Hi, everyone. My name is Sam Olajubu, aka Leverage Boss. It's a half year reflection. I thought I should share some things with you. So, me, I usually say time like this are time to pause, stop, and reflect. So, therefore, I want to encourage you tonight, seclude yourself, turn off your cell phone if necessary, take your diary or something you can write on. And here is the point I want you to consider in your evaluation: your decisions. Your decisions. Remember, your yesterday's decision determined today. Your today decision will determine tomorrow. And life itself is a choice. Life is made of choice. In fact, life has placed on us as human the gift of choice. From the paramount to the mundane, you will agree with me that we are the product of our past choices. Meanwhile, there are enough informations on the planet to guide our choices, especially with the uprising access to social media, internet, ebooks, all of these that can form or serve as guidance. There we have access to reading other people's experience to help us to form a opinion before we take decisions. But the big problem we have in today's world is that majority of us we value foolishness over wisdom. I'm going to briefly just use what I believe in, the Bible. In Proverbs 22, verse 15, this is KJV version. It says, foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. The rod of correction will beat it out. Invariably, all of us at one point or the other that we were giving birth to, we had some percentage of foolishness. And we are supposed to do everything humanly possible, spiritually possible, to reduce that, to reduce the foolishness. But for some reasons, or deliberate, or negligence, or careless, some people will not just do that. And they will remain completely irrational about their decisions to phenomena that affect their life. There are two ways. Informations. And of course, information covers academy, learning, social skills, and every part of learning that you want to imagine. It's a form of information because you are being told what you didn't know. Now, I ask this question: who is shaping your value? What is shaping your behavior? From where are you getting your ideas and your counsels from? Whom do you choose as your decision influencer? Why you take some decisions? I want you to reflect on this, as this is the last part, the last half of this year 2020. You agree with me that this year has been rugged, it has been gracious, and I hope that you learned a lesson from this current pandemic and you are still learning, called COVID-19. If you have not learned lesson from this pandemic, then I am afraid you can't learn anything better. You will also be in same page with me to see that everything came to standstill. Everything that we used to think that they were important or that is important, the things that we think or that we thought that we could not do without them, we found out that they were not needed. We suddenly needed just a house to live, food to eat, and breath to stay alive. That was all that was needed. Now, I push this to you before I close this video. What opportunity, genuine and legal, have you seen or that has been introduced to you that you ignored? What are the things, what are the areas that you have seen your strength, but for foolishness sake, you ignored it because you probably have something somewhere that you think that you can depend upon, but now it has failed you? Because I saw so many people, I've read about, I've seen on headlines, so many people dropped out of their jobs, so many people have been asked to still stay at home for now, they were going to be called and all of that. Now they are out of job, they don't even know where to go to, they don't know where to start from. A lot of plans. I know of somebody who has sold all of his property. He was to fly out to UK in March 30 thereabout, and the March he couldn't fly nowhere. Now those opportunities have been presented to you, but you condemn them, you ignore them. Why? Because of your prejudice, because of your irrational and fear to try new opportunities, especially when such information comes to you from people that you already know. So you already build a particular opinion about them that such good thing cannot come from this particular person. Meanwhile, you have access to genuine information, you have access to internet, you have access to social media, you have access to things to check by yourself. Let me tell you a short story of a lady, my old student from some 11 years ago, while I was teaching. That's after my NYSC, before I got job to banking. Now I met this lady in February, mid-February. She came for interview somewhere. Now I went to present my project, so I met her there, and I asked her that, how are you doing? Hey, uncle, and all of that. So then I asked about her, I asked from her, how about your previous job? What happened? And she said, it was that something just happened, something happened, and we were asked to go. But funny enough was I was very good. I was very good and all of that. So my boss gave me 150,000 naira to keep up before I was going to secure another job. Now, I asked her then, what have you done with the 150,000 naira? For a young girl like you, you should be smart enough to probably start up something aside also whilst you look for a job. And she told me, okay, uncle, I gave 70,000 to my mom to fix some things. I gave 10,000 to social person, and also, what do you have left? 50,000. Okay, can you spare a 10,000 from it or 15,000 to start up a business? Let me introduce you to a business that I do. And he said, sir, a lot of people have told me about the business, but I don't think I want to do it. I don't think I have the strength to be talking to people. I don't think I have that zeal. I don't think I don't think she gave all sort of excuses, and I wish her well. So I left. But it was quite unfortunate that last week I stumbled upon a post, a Facebook ad. Then I click on it. I landed in a particular WhatsApp group. Then I saw a number there as the admin. So after she was presenting the same business that I called her to, that um, she never respected. Now, after the presentation, I put call across to her. Hey, babe, I can see a good work. I can see I'm impressed. I like what you are doing. You have to keep it up. I I I shared some words of encouragement with her, and I went further to say, you know what, if you have any, or if you need me to assist you with anything, tips, or even to speak with some of your prospects, I'll be willing to do that. And she said, sir, you won't believe that I got to this place last month on a salary. This work, this presentation I'm doing is for a salary of 35,000 naira. That ever since that time, I didn't get any job to do. So only last month I got this. And this woman trained me for 2 weeks. And she said everybody that she invited from Facebook card, from anywhere, she will be the one doing the presentation to them while she grow her own business and she grew her own income. Now, this was an opportunity shared with her in February. Now, I requested for the profile of the person that employed her. The person happens to be one of my downlines, and the person started the business in January. Now she's been able to employ someone that will be paid 35,000, and the person happens to be someone that I introduced in February that refused. Now I said to her, so can you still go further? Can you make a try now that you now see that the business is something that you can do, because now you couldn't do it for yourself, but now you are doing it for somebody else to earn 35,000 naira. And she said, sir, you know what? I don't even think I can afford 10,000 as I am like this. I told her, I wish you well. Congratulations. Maybe after your salary, you can change your mind. There is something about residual and passive income I think you should know. Residual income is when you continue to get paid after a work is done. This includes royalties from ebooks, songs, real estate, and business investment, where you don't actually have to be present to earn it. And something good about it is it grows continuously, and definitely at some point it will outgrow your regular income. That's it's so sure. It's been like that like forever. Because this is something that we keep growing. For instance, in my business, this is not sort of a business representation to anybody. So I am just sharing this. That's why I'm not even mentioning the name of my business anyway. So this is just to encourage somebody out there. If you have been invited to a particular network marketing or a business that is going to guarantee you a residual or a passive income, please do. Upon verification, go ahead, go all out, verify that this business is viable and is going to last, and it is not a scam. It is not collect money from Peter to pay Paul. It is a business. It is not a Ponzi. Please find your way to get there. Start it somewhere and let it keep growing. Let it keep going. Let it keep growing. In most cases, you will find out that all of these kind of residual and passive income businesses have no direct implication, or they have no direct way of eating from your time. Like me, I do my regular business and I do my regular work. It does not affect, it does not interfere with each other. So, and I earn my money every Thursday. I get paid and it keep on growing. Imagine if I have up to if I have up to 500 downlines and I earn 10 naira on each of them. So if you calculate 10 naira times 500, do you know what that is? And I'm busy doing my regular job just like you. I will still earn my salary. So now, because some other persons that are under, they still also want to earn the way I'm earning, they will keep on bringing more people, which means the number of persons that I will have under me will keep increasing. So that is what we call that is smartness. Those are the things that can sustain you in today's world. It is not just good enough for you to say, well, I have a fat salary. Well, your salary might be 700,000, and by God's grace, you are able to be spending only 200,000, which is not possible, and you are keeping for 500,000. So at least if you are fired, you have 500,000 in multiples of the time or months that you have saved. But I tell you, you'll be a novice in the business you want to do, because you have spent quite a number of your time in a particular job. So those skills you have in, or that you think that you just venture into any business and it will be successful. Hey bro, it takes time. It takes time to grow. It takes time. When you see successful businesses today, they started from somewhere and they started from scratch. So they started from scratch and they keep growing. So if you are going to be buying into another business that somebody else have built or something, you don't know. Such business could just crash at any time. So it is always good for you to start up your business. Start it very small. Now that you have the ability, you have the opportunity, and you also have the insight, not when a specialization at a particular job must have taken all of your days, all of your years. Then you come back to say, okay, in what business? I see a lot of people, once they retire, they will be asking questions all around. Okay, what business do you think I can do? And some foolish person will just advise them, daddy, mommy, can you just put your money in this business, put it in this investment? Once they put it, the money goes there. Then they just give up of, they just have heart attack and all of that. So this is just my word to you this day, and I think you should reflect on it, and I think it's going to help somebody out there. Till I come your way next time, my name is Sam Olajubu, Leverage Boss. See you. Bye.